So it's now been 2 weeks since the Easter break, and back at Easter, of course, we were fighting hard to make sure that we'd keep doing private inspections so that our vendors and our purchasers could both continue to look at property and sell property, and we were successful in that outcome, which was great. Since then, we've definitely seen a drop in the number of buyers and in the number of sellers. So I think what we're seeing now is a very balanced market, and that's reflected in the fact that our overall number of listings has been incredibly steady since that time. Currently, we have 2,271 listings, which is exactly the same number we had back on the 23rd of March, before the impact of the current restrictions were really taking effect. And in fact, over the past 5 weeks, we've made approximately 600 sales, and yet our total listings across our 75 offices has ranged between a low of 2,263 and a high of 2,287, which is an incredibly stable market. So essentially what we're seeing is that for every new listing, we're making a sale, and that is the very definition of a balanced market. As I mentioned, overall the market is balanced, just at a lower level of activity, and that's being reflected in the results right across our network at the moment. For example, last week at our Essendon and Niddrie offices, they had 2 sales, which both sold on the first inspection, and they also had a further 7 sales, which were actually auctions that were postponed previously and then went to market privately. So that tells me that there's a lot of activity happening out there. Our Oval office had another great sale in Lysterfield using our exclusive sale by set date system. They had 45 inspections in just over 2 weeks, with vendors' expectations around 1.45 million, and it sold for 1.51 million with 2 competing buyers. Jason Allen at our Sunshine office reported a great sale in Ardeer, which had 3 competing buyers, and then another near record sale in Braybrook, which also had 2 competing buyers. Back on the eastern side of Melbourne, our Noble Park and Keysborough offices combined to notch up 3 sales on the weekend, with one of them selling in just 4 days with 2 competing offers, all selling around or in excess of their advertised range. At Hillside, we saw 2 neighbouring properties both sell within a week above the expected price range. And finally, we had 2 fantastic results in Tarneet, with 2 sales within 48 hours of each other for over $1 million in a suburb where the median price is only around $550,000. So, based on the evidence we're seeing over the last couple of weeks since Easter, prices are holding firm and the market is balanced. The legislation with regard to rent relief was passed in the Victorian Parliament last Thursday, as we expected. We still need to wait to see the regulations that will underpin that legislation, and of course the devil will be in the details, so we'll come back to you as soon as we have more information on that. In the meantime, we'd ask everyone to keep working together to try and get a fair and reasonable outcome for all parties. So overall, whilst the overall activity is down and the number of sales is down, what we are seeing is that the market is absolutely balanced, and well-priced, well-marketed homes are still selling for around the vendors' expectations.